Round 12 of the Carling Currie Cup brings us to the Northern Cape Kimberley, and it's a Windhoek Draft Park, the venue, Central Derby. Griquas taking on the Toyota Cheetahs. Well, the unbeaten Cheetahs flying high so far in the 2022 season, 41 points, 9 from 9, and it's good to see the travelling fans coming from Bloemfontein to Kimberley. Well, they were sitting fourth on the log before yesterday's results, where the Pumas managed to get points away from home, 2 of them against the Bulls, the defending champions. So they're currently fifth are the Griquas. Confirmation of the weather, pretty windy out there. Look at that, 26 kilometers an hour at the speed wind, so it might have an effect. As the narrow field here in Kimberley as well. So the kickers and also the hookers got to be on point with their throws. Few changes made from both sides. And first up, the Cheetahs, late change. Cohen Jesper returns to the starting 15. So no Clayton Blommetjies. And also a change from the last time they took on the Sharks. Cameron Dawson starts a loose at prop as Ferreira is injured. And on the bench, Robert Eberson returns. Very settled halfback pairing of Steyn and Brits. And Roscoe Speckman, Kassenden, Cohen Jesper will be the back 3. Davidson Skekete have worked hard in the center park of the engine room of the Cheetahs. Very settled team. 42 tries are scored this season, the Toyota Cheetahs. And for Griquas, 2 changes from the starting 50 that lost to the Bulls 3 weeks ago, must be said. Yanko H returns in the hooker position, and with that as well, Ashen David starts at fullback. Reinhard Jonker moves into inside center. Zander du Plessis will start at fly half. That means George Whitehead is on the bench, with the experienced Stefan Unger as well as a halfback pairing on the bench. Retief Pretorius, the lock pairing. Otto's been good, and Sergio and Goma complete the loose trio of the Griquas. They managed to score 28 tries, 21 points from their 4 wins this season. Griquas 5 losses. Joining me for today's commentary, former Springbok centre, Kobani Bobo, lots to play for, especially for the home side. Griquas looking to make it to the playoffs with 3 more rounds left.
Yeah, they've got a lot to play for, the Griquas. They've been a side that's been hit by this break that Currie Cup has sort of felt. Every time they feel they build momentum, they have to restart it again. They've been on a bye, so it'll be 3 weeks before they come again and play in this fixture up against this Ruan Pienaar side. The Cheetahs, who have been unbeaten this season, have taken apart whatever has come in front of them. There's such a settled team. Great work that has been done by Ruan Pienaar and Francis Steyn. But it's up front where they've got the grunt and they've got the work rate that really gives the side a chance.
Well, we all know the attitude of Griquas. Never give up. They'll play for 80 minutes. If you're not switched on, it's going to be a long, hard day for the Toyota Cheetahs. Windhoek Draft Griquas. They pushed the Bulls at home 3 weeks ago, losing that game 48 points to 38. And round 1 clash between the two sides, 10 points the difference. Down in Bloemfontein, 30 points to 20 in favor of the Toyota Cheetahs. Very inexperienced team, must be said, for Griquas. Lots of their players enjoying the first season of the Carling Currie Cup. Derek Pretorius, the 23-year-old, will play against his former teammates as well. Spent some time in Bloemfontein. There's our referee with us, Kwengile Chatazweni, supported by Krista Dupree, the TMO. Bwengo Mutsaung will be the assistant referees. Playing from right to left in the white jerseys would be Toyota Cheetahs up against Windhoek Draft Griquas and the peacock striped jersey. Game on in Kimberley. Interesting kick-off, must be said. The wind is playing a huge factor today. To that kick from du Plessis. Sia Masugu has got it covered. Fly half for the Toyota Cheetahs. Oh, it's hanging in the air. Finally makes it to touch.
Yeah, great work from Sia. Knowing that he's kicking up against the wind. Took up all the space in his 22 so they can get a kick into the half of the Cheetahs. Interesting, the direction, kicking across diagonally. That's how the wind direction is down there. Xander Duplessis.
Just hold on. Just hold on. Are you a receiver? Just clearly 2 meters, please. Yep.
84% success rate, line-out time for Griquas. Add that to their stats. Otto's pass is a good one. Luther Obi gets him on the front foot. Finding space straight through the middle. Kamlache want to beat Kamlache. A dream starts in Kimberley. Sango Kamlache gets the locals on their feet.
I was taking advantage.
Outstanding from the young man, Sango Kamlache. Spots the space. Has been in a good nick of form. Scored the try against the Bulls where he showed leg drive. Yeah, it was a good set play. Put Obi into the vacuum, and then after that, it's about the players coming around the corner. Look at the line that he picks. A bad set for the Cheetahs. It opens up, and now it's just a matter of backing himself as he was looking for support, carrying the ball in 2 hands. Mr. Griquas' way.
In front of the upright, Xander Duplessis makes no mistakes. And the extra is for Griquas.
What a good start. Mhlali Mosi will be disappointed about his attempt on the tackle. But Kamlache, after the line break, showed the determination to go for the try.
Seven points up for Griquas. The restart from Sia Masugu. It's a hanging contestable one. Tap backwards.
Back from White. Backwards.
And knocked backwards by Pienaar. Masugu finds a half gap. Pienaar. Here down goes Aiden Davis. Solid defense from Dube. Pienaar.
Play on.
Front Stein. To nobody. It's a loose ball tied up by Skekete. Those hands in there. All happening behind the gain line. Solid defense. Porter putting in the hard yards for Griquas. Masugu. And it's out on the full.
Yeah, good tactics from the Griquas. And knowing that the Cheetahs will be called upon to carry the ball a bit more. What they've done is put up a 13-man line defensively. 2 players just covering behind the space. And in that way, they can make double tackles. And they've been dominant offensive hits that they've made, and they've driven them back and forced an error.
How many numbers?
With the bit of wind-assisted Sia Masugu's kick going straight directly into touchline.
Some movement, and it's gone over the top. Masugu, turnover ball for the Cheetahs. Brits to Speckman. The switch doesn't work, so it's been knocked on. Advantage. Griquas. So Duplessis takes it up. Julian van der Merwe slowing that ball down. Good dummy sold there by Jonker.
Julian van der Merwe. Just a menace in that breakdown. Foraging.
Sorry, you're in front of the mark. There's the mark over here.
It was his second attempt, and the second time he got it right. Great tackle from Sia Masugu. Getting Jonker onto the ground as quickly as possible so he can give a chance to his fetcher.
No. Just... Sorry, I didn't see it.
If you want to make sure the ball makes it to touch, give it front stay, and he'll definitely boot it to.
He just puts muscle behind it. That's good work. Strong and decisive over the ball. Nothing else going that Jadu's when he could do. I'll award him.
Only 81% success rate in the lineout for the Cheetahs this season. Masugu, no space to work with. As Speckman checks it inside. Ormer was wanted back for Griquas. Cleared from the base, Mulder. Outside the 22, so it's out of the full.
Is that the right option? It's a turnover ball. All the players clustered around that ball. There was a bit of space for the Griquas. The whole backline was lined up.
2 by 2, please.
With the Cheetahs using some of the players around that play that they did, which was a bit elaborate, and mistakes happen. Sometimes teams with the wind decide to kick and not making the right decisions of just playing the ball. This is when it says Babado Goma was playing the ball on the ground. Yeah, that was a fair call.
Griquas won it back for Griquas. Sorry, he used to be a Griquas player for Free State Cheetahs.
Long arm transfer.
I need the ripper.
Technical.
Need the ripper attached.
The ripper has to be the first man who comes into the ball. The ball can't be transferred beyond him first, because that makes all the other players offsides and it's a bit of an obstruction.
It has to be attached onto you.
So that ball has to go to Andy Sintila. And that's why, because of that long attachment and giving that ball, all the players come in front of the ball. Has to be transferred from player to player.
Griquas on the attack. Ball is loose.
It's a great
There was
contest.
a knock on there in the air first, and then another knock.
Skekete getting in front and really putting up the pressure in the middle of that line out.
On the 15, yep.
He gets up in front of the player. And because of that, he competed. Didn't ever really secured the ball. Derek Victorious. But he did touch it to knock it on.
9. Just make sure of the ball, please. The offside line, the ball. Crouch.
First scrum of the match.
Bind. Sit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, gents. Before the game, we agreed on stability. Let's give stability. Yep. Let's do it again. 100%. It's coming from both sides. I'm not going to guess.
Cheetahs 84% scrum success this season compared to the Griquas 81%. Not much of a difference there.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Great pressure coming in from the Cheetahs. Yonka just over the half. The gain line. Short ball looking for Kasende. The offload is a good one. Guess what? Mulder will go over.
Oh, another great set. Former set piece. Creek was playing it simple, but the basics that they're doing,
Okay, we'll clear it,
it's
yeah.
putting pressure to the Cheetahs, setting it up in the midfield with Yonka, and then after that going straight to the blind side, because most of the players are going to fall from here. Offsides is the forward pack of the Cheetahs, and it's a great picked up line from Sergio to link up with Mulder.
Halfback picks the ball up.
Great analysis and great execution from them.
Knock the ball forward. It's not an official review. I just wanted to clear it.
Scrum was under a bit of pressure. Managed to get the ball out. Griquas. Good finish. The offload was brilliant there
Yeah, told you.
to find Johan Mulder. Amy Hutzenberg involved as well in that try.
Must I bring it up? Formal. Oh, is he bringing the visual up? Okay. Just time off then.
Yeah, just double check if there was no infringement leading up to that Griquas try.
Yonka. Suku does well, goes around the ankles, makes the tackle, the placement now.
We're just checking. Just give us some space, we're just checking.
It's clean at the
All
moment.
clear, okay. So it's all clear.
It's actually
Sorry about that, gents.
near Hartenberg. Comes and picks a good line back against the grain.
Time is on, yeah?
Most teams use that to gain penalties, as they know they get over the gain line. Most of the other teams have to fold across. It's always a good set to attack that blind side. especially from the scrums.
He has pulled it, not to be.
Running into the space, through the contact, he freed up his hands, and Johan Mulder running a great support line from the scrum off. Griquas with their second.
Brilliant take from the restart. Somehow they lost it forward. Pina. Masugu. Back into the grain, taking on the mismatch of the forwards. Ron Pina. Inside ball from Davis.
Knock an advantage over.
Frans Steyn straightens the line. Good tackle from Johan Retief. Brits. Masugu. Needs something special. Ntsila. Good leg power from Andy Ntsila. Slowly going through the phases here. Oh, superbly done. Brilliant skill from Masugu. Managed to turn the whole Griquas defense. Steyn. Loopy pass to nobody. Tidied up now from Davis. Yeah. That was a knock on in the tackle.
Oh, finally playing it on the ground.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's blood.
I'm talking about conditions.
Time's off.
And the Cheetahs and what they've been doing. Yes, it's a
You
bit
can shoot him
windy,
from the side and bring someone on so long.
but long passes are not going to help the cause. Getting a bit shorter, being a bit
Time back
tighter,
on.
playing to the blind side a bit more. That gives you less width, but the passes are much more accurate.
The Cor Els has come on for the captain, Neil Otto.
He's okay for me, Andy.
Blood replacement, just getting some running repairs. Neil Otto.
Okay. 5. Wait. Wait, guys. What are you doing? Okay. I'm giving them enough time to adjust as well. Are you guys happy? Ready? Time.
Good appreciation of the laws there from Griquas.
Own player.
Ball is at the back. On player says is the call from the referee as Amlashe just on the gain line. Brilliant.
Tackle!
Panama not having any of it. Needs to let it go now. Yeah, not ideal position here for Griquas. Somehow got to find a way to rebuild the momentum. Onto the short side, Jonker. Brought down by Skakete.
Okay, the penalty
Need
advantage.
to show some
The 5 around the
patience
leg.
with the penalty advantage. David. Dube. Mulder onto the short side. Jonker's pass is brilliant. Kamlache's hands. Oh! Hudson couldn't hang on. Opportunity was there. The idea was brilliant. Just the final pass.
How's the pass from
Around the neck.
Jonker? Reinhard Jonker. First shows the dummy, and if there's a bit of a high tackle from Skakete, that's what the advantage was for. But it's a blind side, and the short passing I mentioned, and opportunity there is
Okay, guys,
when you're playing in the windy conditions.
Okay, there's an
Attacking the
injured player over
blind,
here, though.
shorter passes,
So that's
much
time
more
off.
accurate.
Time off.
There's Carl Els. He's just come on for the blood replacement as a blood replacement, and he's
The penalty's over here, so you need to be on the try line.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Oh, I had to spend 5 minutes in the park.
Well, they have to make decisions now. Cameron Lindsay is the other forward who will be making his way onto the field. Unlucky for Carl Els.
Okay. The blood is still off, right?
Well, it's going to be a long shift for the tight five, including a loose cheer
Time on.
this afternoon. Had a break for a good 3 weeks. Mulder, same side go Griquas, still going Griquas.
That's short.
And where's the ball? Cheetahs have to roll away. Mulder digs for a deal. Oh, what was the whistle for?
Well, it's called short, and I think he thinks there could be a chance for a try. Yeah? Let's listen to Twengile.
You don't. Nothing. Yeah. Short. Okay. Time's off. Christy, I'm coming up to you.
Yes, JD.
Okay, originally I had it short. So my on-field decision is no try. However, the ball did go over the line. I just want to see if there was, in fact, a grounding or not.
Okay, so it's short. We're going to check for a possible grounding.
So when I blew my whistle, the ball was still over the line. So if it's no try, I'm going goal line dropout.
Okay, we'll check for you.
That's harsh. But they recycled the ball, though.
That's my question. What's the whistle for?
That's going to be difficult. This is Sergio. They played the same play against the Vodacom Bulls, and it's not even held up on the goal line. It's just before the goal line. I think they should roll this ball back to the Griquas
As a scrum?
as a scrum.
Okay.
Because they earned that right to get into that field position.
Fully
They
agree.
retained position,
He needs to go, Cameron.
and there was
needs to
no
go.
knock on.
Just have a look at all three guys latching, please.
And if anything, it's a penalty
for the starting.
for not rolling
I was happy
away.
though when I saw it
Absolutely.
live.
Arnos Coutier, offside position.
And there is the ball as recycled from the Griquas side. There's no knock on, and this was a time to play with it. I think the only way you can reward them is giving him a scrum.
Yeah, should never have stopped it.
JD,
They never made it to the
yes,
try
Rusty.
line.
Yeah.
there's no evidence of the ball being grounded or no over the goal line. So you stick with your on-field decision.
Okay, on-field decision is a held up. Right, I didn't have it on the goal line, so therefore it's a goal line dropout.
No, that's a bad call.
So that means it's a scrum for us.
I blew my whistle. So as I blew my whistle, the ball was still held up. That's the decision, so I'm going goal line dropout. No.
But it was short, Twengile.
So now the TMO, Christy de Pierre, surely
Should have
No
called
try.
it.
you should come in here and say,
Goal
well,
line.
listen, the ball was short, recycled, give the guys a scrum.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way to solve that one up. Cheetahs are getting away with one, yeah.
France, just make sure those guys...
Sure. Heartbreaking. Front stand restarts. Sergio gathers. Beats one. Cheetahs still under the pump. Goma. Quick ball. Mulder digs for it. Duplessis. Obi. Was that a high tackle on Obi? Change the direction now from Griquas. Dube. Hangs on to position. Kudzwai Dube. Coming around the corner now is Goma. Need something special at Griquas Yonka. Obi beats one and the second. Powerful carry there from Luther Obi. Also Cheetahs winning the mini battles, driving Griquas back defensively. Soft hands, Goma.
Yeah, high
Penalty
tackle.
advantage, high tackle. Number 9.
Roger can't make his way into the 22 of the Cheetahs. Milled onto the short side, he'll dab, tidy up from Pina.
Okay. High tackle.
And high tackle.
Just a high tackle against you. Yeah. Look, I understand that he ducked into it.
All right, Goma.
Ruan,
High tackle
Ruan.
from Ruan Pino.
Ruan, listen up, please. You guys have conceded a number of penalties now. The discipline has to change. Okay.
That's a good call. Cheetahs have been under pressure. Griquas with the ball
It's okay for me.
and possession,
Take for me.
asking questions, and Cheetahs have been desperate. Have given away
Stay
penalties.
there.
Home team on the attack. It's a loose line out. What's key? They've got possession. Runners are plenty. Korma will take it up. Leg drive is good. Milder. Ace.
Penalty advantage.
Coming around the corner. Penalty advantage.
That's a card. After the warning.
Number 10. Number 10. No arms. Yeah.
Brave attempt. Wrong technique.
Siamaslugu.
Attempt to grasp.
Take a breather for 10
Dangerous
minutes.
tackle.
And with that, Cheetahs
Let me put
down
time
to
back on.
14 men. Tap and go. Korma. And Frans Steyn makes a good hit. Milder, you're coming around the corner. Currie in front of Merva. The stop is good. He needs to roll away. Skaketi does enough just to slow it down around the corner. Ace! Yanko Ace, try number 3 for the Griquas. What a start in Kimberley. Round 12 of the Carding Currie Cup.
Griquas showing the value of the win. And they playing with it in this first half. They're 17 points ahead, and it's from the rumbling and direct running from their forward pack. Very strong carries, set plays, and making sure that the tight 5 gets a ball, gets their hands in their ball, gets a ball in their hands. Beg your pardon. Just been such a robust start from them.
Didn't expect it, both.
No, definitely. You think about the Cheetahs' form coming into this and who the Griquas have won in the last 5 games. They've beaten the Lions twice and they've lost against the biggest sides in the Currie Cup. And they've had a break.
He hadn't started his run up yet.
Which was a bye.
He hadn't started his run up yet. Just give me a time on the shot clock there.
Cheetahs are very frustrated.
He's pulled that one, just rushed it. Second miss of the afternoon for Duplessis.
That's good play from the forward pack. They hit it up twice and then they had to give it around to Yanko Ace, who leg drives through the backline players, forwards against backs. They got the mismatch. I've got 3 tries. And the Cheetahs, they trail. And they got a man in the sin bin, Siamusuku. Blood bin attention for Roscoe Speckman, who's been in the wars too. He's replaced by Robert Eberson, number 23 jersey.
Steyn restarts. Duplessis looks to find touch. Not to be, he's under Duplessis' kick, straight down to Frans Steyn. At half pace, he gets him on the gain line. Just wasn't too sure what he wanted to do there, Frans Steyn. Pinot onto the short side. Brits tested the Griquas defense. Recycling on point, very quick.
It's on the ball.
From the Cheetahs. Need something special. It's a narrow field. Either you go very direct, as Brits has done so. Everson. First contribution of ball in hand. Here's a good one. Van der Merwe. Looks to offload. No support players. And a penalty advantage to the Cheetahs. Brits. Davis.
Number 1, never onside.
Offsides by Griquas, so penalty to the Cheetahs.
Cheetahs managing the yellow card pretty well. They know that they've lost their fly half, so Robert Eberson comes in and steps in as a first receiver.
What are you doing?
On the likes of Brits contributing in that position, and they've been very direct about it. And Frans Steyn seems that he's called, and you called him that he was running on half pace in that contact, and it seems that he's been feeling their hamstring. Check out the limp.
Is that an injury or hammy?
Yeah, not a good sign there for the Toyota Cheetahs.
Christy, just keep an eye on that shot clock,
man, Frans Steyn. So with that, Fortuin comes on. Renan Fortuin will come on, replacing Frans Steyn.
Cheetahs know that they're not going to have too many chances in the half of the Griquas. Whatever opportunity they get inside that half, they want to collect points because they know at the moment it's a 7-point swing with that win.
Pienaar to put the Cheetahs on the board, successful, and the visitors get their 3 points.
Okay.
Direct play from Griquas from the Cheetahs, the carry from Gideon from the Maverick.
That's right.
There's already an offsides call from Engila Jaduzuni, referee.
Duplessis overcooked it. Advantage to the Cheetahs centre field.
Run. Scrum, eh?
Well, bit of a momentum swing here. I've got a man in the sin bin, and they've conceded points, and after that it's a mistake, which builds onto the confidence, and it gives the Cheetahs time to breathe
Just
with
so
14 because now they've got possession.
Kick, okay. There's that mark. Left of it, please.
I'm staying straight.
100%. I was happy.
Change in the Cheetahs back line. Cohen Jasper's moved onto the wing. Robert Everson at inside centre. Brits remains on the outside. And Reynard Fortuin at fly half.
Sit. Okay. Yeah, I know.
And Cameron
Yeah,
Dawson
no,
saying,
it's not good here, the side.
yeah, the water must take the hit.
Let's take it here. Time off. Got to pop down.
Yanko Ace feeling
Time
the
off.
worst of that. It's a very dangerous thing
Yeah.
when the teams pull out from that contest. Gravity takes over. You must have enjoyed that.
Best part about rugby.
First place, I thought I must run away from here. Well, a bit of concern, but best medical practitioners out there looking after young players, making sure that everything is done to protocol.
Comfortable yourself?
Hit on the scrum, straight down.
Okay. I'm just going to
The
close it.
left from Arnus Kutia.
Safety.
And even on this side, look at the way that Borta buckles. So both tight heads not really giving the Lucid a chance to stay up on the scrum.
Yeah, Yanko Ace, one of the changes made by Peter Berg for this clash.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, not at all. The 22-year-old will most likely have to give away. First season here in Kimberley with Griquas. Up in Pretoria, Yanko Ace.
Oh, Gustav Durant is already up. He's got a scrum cap on.
Bring him on. 4 and 5, bring him on.
Yanko Ace. It's just such a tough to leave your squad out there, and he's already scored a try, he's already contributed, he was really feeling this game. You can see the disappointment in his face and elation for this man as he gets his chance to play for the Griquas in the Currie Cup.
Just make sure, please. Injury, okay, thanks. Okay, gents, let's move in a little bit closer. We don't want anyone slipping down now. Getting closer.
And Gustav Durand runs on for his 6th Currie Cup cap for Griquas and spent time in the first division with the Leopards.
Time on. Crouch. Boy. Woo! Sit.
Oh, come on, boys. We need a complete scrum here. Penalty to Griquas.
Number 3 overextending.
Yep. That was the case of both tight heads in that first scrum. Johannes Currie. His whole body in front of his legs. No chance of keeping that scrum up.
Yeah, very experienced as well. Arnos Currie, 57 Currie Cup caps. Namibian international, the tight head for the Cheetahs.
Well, if he's going to extend himself like that, he has to chase his legs in.
Rowan, are you receiver?
Or don't do it from the first time.
Three trials already for Griquas. Can they get the bonus point in the first half? The line out is good.
Also long arm transfer, same as the Cheetahs. The first infringement is the transfer. Fair point. Yeah.
Well, with the teams going through the middle, the sides have decided to use the long transfer.
Yeah.
And that is a legal transfer because then he puts a man past the ball. So Otto has to be the man who definitely gets this ball. Now there's players already past him before he can get the ball. And that's what the long transfer is about.
Let's pick up the tempo now, gents.
Basically, we've gone back to old school, eh?
That's a proper.
Should never have changed it.
The Ripper.
That's it.
Get the Ripper in.
Should never have changed it. Banker ball in front for Davis. And a penalty.
Contact in the air.
The Cheetahs.
Number 7.
Griquas playing the man in the air.
Discipline now for the Griquas. They had a great opportunity inside the heart 22 of the Cheetahs, away from home. The Cheetahs.
On the 15, huh?
With the man in the sin bin now, clock is going down. They've conceded 3 points. They haven't scored any throughout that time. And the Cheetahs have marched themselves into the 22 of the Griquas, playing the man in the air. Oh, it's the coach killer.
Yeah. Open him up.
Sucks away the momentum.
Sergio! Open!
On the attack. Cheetahs ball of the tail for Davis. Transfer is good.
Line out over.
Ball is at the back, some momentum in this driving maul. Sticking with it in the trenches and a penalty advantage. 10 meters out, the Cheetahs. Pienaar digs for it. Eberson awaits. Eberson gets. And he takes it up. It's Robert Eberson. Around the corner, Currie. The tight head prop puts his head down. Quick ball. What a pickup. Brilliant done from Dawson. Cameron Dawson, the pickup. World class.
Yeah. Number 3, right in from the side. Backline offside. And now you're number 16 playing the halfback. Right, you've had a number of penalties before. Same as them. Tidy it up now. Yeah. Okay.
At the moment, seems as if the Cheetahs
No.
They mean,
that side. Okay.
have really managed their yellow card brilliantly. The big moments after that yellow card was them putting the ball into the hands and carrying possession and being much more direct.
Back, Just hold on. No.
I also feel like Griquas is helter-skelter, lack of experience.
Exactly.
Not realize we've got 10 minutes, come down, we can put these guys away. They had their chances. And just, as you say, the Cheetahs absorbing that pressure, controlling the tempo, controlling everything. And on the other hand, Griquas just inexperienced.
And now they've got Sia Masuku back, so back to a full complement. Now they can go back to the attack and play the way that they wanted to start this game.
Sugar back on the park. It's good defense, good sack by Griquas. Pienaar. 14 looking for Brits. That's been ripped away. Sergio tidies up for Griquas. Advantage home side. Behind Mulder. Bring up his exit options. Du Plessis, not a great kick.
Advantage over.
Big chance coming up. Cohen Jasper. Roscoe Speckman. Speckman. Literal at the moment. Jasper in support again. Davis has to tidy up. Contest on the ground from Durant.
And they turned it.
Yeah, Gustav Durant.
Release it now, White.
He's wanted back for Griquas.
Play on Lance feet.
Jonker finds space. Luther Obi on the outside is against Coutier. 2-on-1. Obi. Luther Obi's got the pace. Has he the skill? Luther Obi has it all. Bonus point try.
Reinhard Jonker, mastermind in this creation of this try. The turnover from Gustav Durant, brilliant. This is good hard work and grind at the breakdown from the Griquas. But Jonker's decision here, when he sports a Kekete that is run off the line, he keeps his patience and he waits, straightening up. Now he's got the pace of Luther Obi, inside, outside. Let's go for a bit of a merry-go-round. Luther in for the fourth try for the Griquas.
Second try of the campaign is 7th in the Currie Cup. Former Cheetahs player Luther Obi, AC under 20s back in 2013. A bonus point for Griquas. And takes their tally up to 22 on the log of the Currie Cup. Du Plessis head down, the striker smooth. The locals love it. And the flags are up.
Bonus point try within half an hour. And it's the Griquas who've sported the space and created opportunities and giving the ball to their finisher. Changing off the ball to make sure that he can use his hand to fend off Obi.
24 points to 3 in Kimberley. The restart brilliantly claimed by Pretorius, but he's knocked it on. Advantage Cheetahs.
First from Griquas, second one from Cheetahs.
Well, it's a set piece, a kickoff receipt. Something you work on. And you can use it as a gauge if your team is really locked in and they focus onto the game. After you score points, what you want to do is retain position from that kickoff. The Griquas haven't done that, and they've got themselves under pressure. The scoreboard, 21 points ahead.
Crouch. Point. Okay. What's the issue now?
So you.
Okay. Make sure you go into your gap. All right. Don't get underneath us.
Oh, scrums are becoming a problem.
Good picture, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Back 5.
24 points to 3, Boz. Biggest question, especially having not played in 3 weeks. Can they play the 80 minutes? I know they play the SA and the SA Academy team in the week just to get some fitness going.
Well, we've seen the Cheetah side coming from behind against the Lions away from home, so they do have that in their tank. They will know that they can keep it up and give themselves a chance in the second half.
Hang on.
I think what the Griquas want to do, they really want to put more scores onto that scoreboard, more points, because if they can give themselves 30 points odd,
if you go down on your knees. I don't know. I can't
it'll be a hard job
for
for the Cheetahs in the second half to try and see if they can match what they have against the wind.
I appreciate the fact that you got up, but the first thing is, both you guys went on your knees and then up. We can't have that.
Arnos Coutier up against Kudzwai Dube on the loose head for Griquas, and Coutier tight head for the Cheetahs.
Crouch. Point. Sit.
They're still coming up.
Number 3 standing up under pressure.
Didn't look like there's that much pressure as well. Dawson up against Porter. It's almost like scrum unfit. You know, you don't want to carry on another couple of seconds, stay down.
You have to fight there, you have to buckle in. It sometimes feels as if you're losing air and there's no wind in your head and the oxygen is a bit low, but just another few seconds of that. And just buckle down and sit into it and take that fight. Don't give away these penalties. The only way that the Cheetahs have been inside the half of Griquas is from their mistakes.
I was happy that
not taking that kick off, giving away penalties.
There you go.
No, they've competed well. I thought their defensive driving maul has been good.
At the tail, stolen by Sergio. Tidy up by Duplessis, the clearance. Roscoe Speckman, time and space. Jasper in support. Is the magic coming up? Speckman, half gap. Brought down hard. Pino tidies up to Masugu. As they find Kasende. Great smooth pass that from Forte. Pino. Masugu shows and goes. Inside Griquas 22. Promising real estate here for the Cheetahs. Jasper's out wide for Speckman. The inside-outside Speckman, 2-on-1. Guess what? Mosi will go over. The magic was provided. The finish from Mihlali Mosi.
Oh, Cheetahs. Siamasuku. That was his decision-making here, taking on the line because he knew that there was a mismatch right in front of him. They get over the gain line. That makes it difficult now to the connection of the defense from the Griquas. Give this man a ball. He makes it 3-on-2 to a 2-on-1. Easy for Mhlali to come back on the step.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's great work from Roscoe Speckman on the Cheetahs.
Okay. So they're adding an extra number.
Yeah, Mhlali had to put on his own step there after Speckman just showed him how it's done.
Oh, man. Over-tracking, shoulders turned to the touchline.
Second try of the season for Mhlali's third in the Currie Cup.
Just give me the time on the shot clock. 32. Left. About 28, 20, about 25.
20 seconds left on the clock for Pino. Tight angle for the experienced scrum half.
The wind is blowing across the post.
Pino's strike looks good. Fades in front of the upright, not to be. So, is Teddy still 95 points in this season's Currie Cup?
That's great work, yeah. Connie Asper coming into first receiver and giving Speckman a chance to take on the forwards. With Mhlali Mosi keeping the width on that attack.
The last restart.
Opportunity taken.
Just make sure your chasers are behind. Make sure there's chasers there.
There's another rule just doesn't make sense in rugby. So if you drop kick there and you stay only on half, can't you play on? One people must be behind the kicker. Masugu, the try scorer. Another step from Mosi. Good clearance from Ron Pino.
So good set. After you score points, you want to retain position, get out of your 22. And that was just done easily. Gives you a chance now, you can compete in that line out. We've seen how Skekete has really been getting in front of Derek Pretorius. We've got Aiden Davis as another attacking line-out part in the front there. Dawson is the one who makes the decisions, the loose head, who to lift.
Goma. Off this pass to Yonker. Good defense, Cheetahs. Need to finish strong. Yeah, Mulder sees the half gap. Mtila. And Mulder to explain to the 22. Oh, Cassandra should have had a go there. It was there. Duplessis over the top pass. Out wide to the captain, Otto. Otto works hard to come back in field. Griquas, can they finish strong? Dube puts his head down, they lose that prop.
Backwards.
And it's gone backwards.
Knock-on advantage over.
Now Porter. Good stop by Fortin. Back onto the short side goes Mulder. Jonker has shown plenty of magic. Some soft touches from the inside center. Mulder.
Yeah, got it, thank you.
Hudsenberg. Knock on, offsides, all sorts of infringements from the Cheetahs.
Oh, such slick skills from Reinhard
Never
Jonker.
onside.
So much skills at Colin Maskillion here.
Got a kick for touch here. The wind is having a huge effect in terms of kicking for goal.
You guys.
Well, it's important
Let's
this
give Cheetahs a
for
line.
the Griquas.
Cheetahs.
You mentioned that they
you've got
needed
the
about
line.
30
Line
points
is
in this
yours.
first half. With this win that they have as an advantage, this is the time to take it there for them, because second half the Cheetahs only making too many mistakes in their own half.
Yeah. Just over. Next minute. Yeah.
Will the Cheetahs compete? 5 meters away from their own line. Up. It goes Retief. The set is good. Now, Gustav Durant showing patience. The corners come. Once Luther Obi joins in, some momentum on the driving wall.
Own man.
Own man, says the referee. It's gone down, and the turnover. Cheetahs defense wins it at the end of this first half. And half-time whistle goes. Bonus point, 4 tries, and the first 40 by Griquas. A dream start. Klamlasha, the try scorer. And on the other hand, the Cheetahs, a try by Morsi, penalty by Ruan Pinar. Half-time score, yeah, all smiles, definitely well-deserved. Reinhard Jonker was good in the first 40 minutes. And Griquas lead the Cheetahs 24 points to 8.
Bulldogs, Dragons, Raiders, Eels, today live on Sky Sport 4.
The islands of the west coast of Scotland are some of the most beautiful on Earth, and I'm on an odyssey to explore them. Because the story of these islands is part of my story too.
My family's Scotland.
It's nice. Scotland, its magical landscapes and spectacular sights.
I'm so excited about going there.
Tonight, Darcy Bustle's Wild Coast of Scotland on Vibe.
Tonight on Prime News, the family of Thomas Coombs, killed in a random Auckland knife attack, say he'd been walking home from his photography course at the time. US President Joe Biden prepares to visit the families whose children were gunned down in their Texas classroom. And as the need for food support skyrockets, a Canterbury group is helping to rescue it from the bin. Do join us for Prime News, first at 5:30.
Here we go. ANZ Premiership Netball, live Sky Sport.
Tomorrow's champions are inspired by today's, but they can only be what they can see. That's why Sky brings you more strength, skill, and courage. And not just on the pitch, but all over the game plan too.
This is what we've been waiting for.
See the rise, see the potential, see history being made. See the possible.
Dustin, I'm not going to be running a crew this year. I got some other mining opportunities I want to look at.
Never actually done a season without you up here, man.
I will be back.
It's time to get after this gold.
All right, we're practicing.
This could be the year that changes everything.
Gold Rush Whitewater starts Thursday 8:30 on Discovery.
Unbelievable. Can he get there? What a run. He gets it over.
HSBC World Rugby 7 Series, live on Sky Sport.
Welcome back to Ventic Draft Park in Kimberley, round 12 of the Carling Currie Cup. Home side, Griquas lead Cheetahs by 24 points to 8. 5 tries in that first 40 minutes, 4 of them for the home team. Griquas a bonus point in the bag. That takes their tally and the Currie Cup to 22 points with that bonus point. And Luther Obi, one of the try scorers for the Cheetahs. Very sluggish first half. A yellow card to Sia Masugu. And those are some of the numbers. Kobana Bobo, look at that. Possession territory as well, favouring the home side. What else sticks out?
Well, you look at that, look at the handling errors that the Cheetahs sort of had in that first half. It's a penalty count that could actually be favourable for the Cheetahs. And I think the Griquas, if they have to keep their discipline, make sure that they stay clean around the rucks and they keep on that pressure that they've been putting on with their defense, they could pull this one off.
Playing against the wind now, Xander du Plessis kicks off second half. Good take from Mossy.
Play on.
Try scorer for Cheetahs in the first half.
Never on the ball.
Pienaar. Davis. Straight into the defensive wall of the Griquas. 14. With the wind now. He's pumped that one upfield. Brilliantly done.
Ball taken back.
Ball was taken back. So out on the floor, advantage to the Griquas.
Well, as a left-footed kicker, you think where you'll aim that ball is at the back of the line out to the 15 meters so that he can get a bit of a roll. He decided to go for the gamble and go for the 5 meter, and he overcooked it. Well, the wind won't win you games. He just needed to kick that and keep it in field.
Short line out for Griquas, 4-man. Gustav Durant's throw just makes it. Mulder, du Plessis. Set it up field by Goma. Options both sides now. Masugu infringing again. Oh, half gap opens up for Davids. Skekete makes the tackle. Sergio. Tila just hangs on. Sergio's leg pump is good. And a penalty advantage for Griquas. A chance now for Kamlashe out wide. He finds Obi. Power from Obi. Oh, dirty, dirty, dirty. Did them dirty. Luther Obi. Wow. That's strength.
Oh, proper grab. If you want to grab in the tackle, he'll expose you. Ill discipline in the breakdown for him. The Cheetahs kick that ball out on the long, but look at this work now. Kamlashe does well, yeah. Give the finisher the ball early. He knows he's got the power on Cohen Jasper, and Ruan Pienaar couldn't dip on his hips.
We just need to stay on top of that.
And what he did get was a fend into his chest, and there's nothing he could have done with that. Luther Obi, a finisher, scores his second.
Try number 5 for Griquas at home against the Cheetahs. A central derby of South Africa.
Big moment that for the Griquas.
Time on that shot clock here, Christy.
I felt that they wasted opportunity in the last minute of that first half when they didn't score from the driving ball.
Let me know when it gets to 10.
And for them to strike first and punishing the inaccuracy of that kick from Fortain. It goes well just to put that scoreboard pressure.
Oh, it's going to fade in. Yes, it does.
That's a man who knows his stuff.
Oh, that kick had no hope when it came off the boot.
Well, he knew that he had to start it off from the outside of the post so that he can drift around with that wind in front of him. But this is Luther Obi, who has been the talk of this. Now, power from him and the confidence to go for that trial with no space.
31 points to 8 in Kimberley. Du Plessis straight into Davis. It's a tackle. Managed to get his knee down.
No, it's a tackle. Yeah, first.
There's a big argument there. That's a ball, that's a tackle. Mulder. Jonker. Oh, finds more space, Jonker. The offload, the transfer is good. Hudsenberg. 2-on-1. He should have let that ball go.
Advantage.
Advantage, Cheetahs.
No, Hotzenberg was seeing himself in the headlines. He thought he was sell a dummy. The only thing he made was himself a dummy. Decision making. Because now it doesn't come off, doesn't look well for him.
It was a tackle.
Draw and pass.
Oh, should let it go. Basics.
But you look at the little pump. And Masuku doesn't read it. He stays on his man, stays on the task.
Okay, we've got new front rows on.
Oh, let the boys play.
You want the alignment? Okay, you happy? Just make sure you're attached there.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Locks.
Crouch. Yeah. Boy. Sit.
Oh, Dube.
That's a powerful scrum. Didn't expect that from Griquas. Looked like they battled the first time scrum time. But
make sure you take it at the right place, please. Behind. Not walking straight.
Well, look at the Cheetahs' sort of body language. Seems as if they're going through their emotions at the moment. Greg was really up for this one.
Andrew Skitter has come on to the tight head for Griquas, replacing Janu Porter. Safety into touch. Advantage Griquas. Line out coming up.
Let's switch on again.
Oh, it's a great scrum, great set piece, great reaction from this tight tack off the Griquas. Really up for this fight, and you know how important it is to get yourself in to the playoffs for the Union, for the people on the Northern Cape.
Durant, not in straight. Great contest again from the Cheetahs, Victor Skekete.
Oh, he's been outstanding in the way he has marshaled that pressure.
Scrum line out. Scrum.
He stayed focused, he stayed locked in into whatever opportunities there is. He gets up in front. If that ball was straight, it would have been right into his hands. And
okay, let's get you left to the mark.
Desperate stretch across
get you left
the
to the
line
mark
now.
well.
Just shows you how far it was. Not in straight. Wind is blowing from the Cheetahs half towards the Griquas.
Crouch. Boy. Sit. Tight to the overextending.
Conrad van Vuren
Number 3, overextending.
has come on in 2 scrums. He's conceded 2 penalties. And that's the picture that the referee will stay that it was a positive. Look at on the hit. Where is his bind? Where is his legs? And he's just buckles. And that wind is very strong on the Cheetahs' backs.
Need more than the wind as they trail 31 points to 8.
No,
The
you
Cheetahs.
guys are closing up.
They're unbeaten.
No, line is not yours. Take a step.
Leading up to this round 12 clash, 9 from 9. Still not over yet. Durant much better that time around as Pretorius claims it.
Once!
Well, they've translated the ball to the back.
Not much movement. Good defense from the Cheetahs.
Through the middle.
Through the middle. Cheetahs defensively doing some good hard yards. They're over. Oh, it looks good. Try time. Somehow Griquas makes it.
We're going to get a 6-piece. A 6th try. And those are the students and the scholars who are here playing their warm-up game. They're getting rewarded here by the professional side, the Griquas.
Andrew Skitter, the try scorer, just come on the second half. Played 72 games for the Falcons, enjoying some Colin Currie Cup in the Premier Division now. Andrew Skitter.
They went forward.
They sheared off to the front of the line out, knowing that the scrum half normally defends over there, and they had the power, the control, and You know, hookers will never pass the
Set up
ball.
and everything's fine, eh?
Gustav Durant claims that.
Yeah, Durant is a try scorer. I'll tell you one thing, the way Andrew Sketter ran back, there's like he was the man, even the cameras picked him up.
Oh, you know, he loved it. Well, with all that bulk and what he had put in there and the force that he got the traction going forward, he might as well claim it.
This kick goes over, 50-point game, and Kimberley's looking good.
Strong wind.
Oh, strong wind, yeah.
7 and 13 off.
Well, this is good work and a good conversion rate here. 2 visits into the second half and into the 22 of the Cheetahs have scored.
And then they went forward.
12 points.
Andre Rudolph has come on, placing Andy Santila for the Cheetahs. Duplessis onto the short side. Immediately, it's Rudolph who makes the tackle.
That's fine. That's fine. Knock on first.
That was a knock on from Roscoe Speckman from the kickoff. Jacques Rudolph injecting himself in the game with the turnover. But it was after this advantage from that knock from Roscoe. Good competing in the air from him. Duplessis ran into a cul-de-sac.
Carry the body weight, okay? Don't lean forward.
He got his pocket searched.
Don't lean forward. Carry the body weight. Understand? Yeah.
Spend too much time in Joburg, brother. Stay away from the city centre.
Don't go in the cul-de-sac.
Crouch. Sit. Bye. Sit.
Good hit there from the Cheetahs.
Well, momentum.
Number 17, Bind.
All with the Griquas.
It's all technical at the moment. Bind does the call.
Sorry? I was happy with the hit.
Ululuto.
I beg your pardon.
Zakweni.
Ululuto. Go on.
Well, it's a penalty here
Right,
for.
we spoke about that low discipline on the guys.
Bind, that was from the far side.
Right, I'm not going to have him
number
speak
17,
that way.
Ululuto Chakweni.
Right. He needs to fix his errors.
But there's a whole lot of talking back to the referee from the Cheetahs, Pat, which shows you they're not focused on their task, what they need to do. It's about them doing their jobs and letting Ruan speak to the referee.
It's almost one of those, we'll turn up, we'll get a result again.
Yeah.
Just didn't pitch up.
And the man in peacock and blue are really rampant.
He's got to be switched on coming to Kimberley. Durant, line out is lost, but a kind bounce for Griquas. Knock on from Duplessis.
This will be a brilliant result after not playing for 3 weeks. And they've had really all these close contests. I felt that they would have gained a lot of confidence with the fight that they showed against the Bulls away at Loftus. They went there, they fought for bonus points, and they got it. It was a first half where they were blown away by the Bulls, but the second half, they just showed so much grit and so much fight to give themselves something to fight for when they come back home after they knowing that they'll be on the bye.
Yeah, so next clashes for Griquas away from home. They take on Western Province on the 4th of June, and the Pumas in the final round of the Carling Currie Cup away from home. That's going to be a big decider. Pumas, Griquas in Bombela.
Now with the Pumas who are sitting 4th on that log. At the moment, it seems as if Griquas will be moving past them.
Yeah, it's also been a great drive from the Venture Draft. Griquas went around town, gave away tickets, invited people to the Central Derby. At the moment, as it stands, Griquas will move to 3rd if the result stays like this. It's a big jump. See it after
Tighted, yeah.
She was 2 points away from
Cracking.
home against the Bulls. Griquas dropped down to 5th.
It opens up a chance and opportunity for Western Province now. They're starting to look at this log thinking we should get excited a bit.
There you go.
Now we'll have the Griquas at home. Pumas will be traveling to go Bloemfontein next week. Against the Cheetahs, will be licking their wounds.
Pushing
Over stays like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheetahs not easy. Their road of the next 2 clashes,
Number one,
Pumas
okay.
and Bulls. The only big plus there. All those clashes are at home and Bloemfontein.
It's 80 Davids who's on for Kwadzwai Dube, number 17 jersey.
Come on.
It's loose, but they retain position. Pienaar, Speckman. Out wide to Forte. Jonker, second grab, makes the tackle. Pienaar, they're coming around the corner. No knock on is Rudolph.
He's released and got up again. Play on.
Takes it up. Davis rolls out of a tackle, but obstruction
Taking out the player.
from the Cheetahs, a penalty. Griquas.
And a carrier from Jacques Rudolph. Look at how he places his ball, releases it because he can't play it on the ground. Now the pickup is fine, but the work on that breakdown again from the Griquas making it difficult for them.
Doc, is he coming off?
Mhlali Morsi
Okay.
seems
Let's take the kids along.
he's done himself a mischief. We'll fight it out.
Yeah.
Still plenty time on the clock for the Cheetahs to bounce back. Frans Steen pulled the hamstring in the
just
first
time
half.
off, yeah. There's a Griquas player down there and a boot there.
Rowan Creer, Oki Barnard
Time
on the bench. And the rest of the replacements on the clock at the moment. Trying to defend the unbeaten tag of the Toyota Cheetahs. Ngoba. It's Babala Ngoba. They're not a dominant run. Mulder, long pass out. Davis' pass looks dodgy. And they're happy with the passes. Gustav to run, charges in the trams. Mulder, options are plenty. Duplessis, Jonker, back into the traffic. Yeah. Great composure shown by Griquas defense. Knocked on turnover ball. Cheetahs advantage. Out wide to Speckman. It was a loose ball.
Knock on advantage over.
And it's over the advantage. Rudolph onto the short side. Clean out from Speckman. Taken in by Zakweni.
Penalty advantage, offside.
Spots a half gap. And a penalty advantage. Same side they're going to go for Tain. Offloads and the tackle. Van der Merwe against his former teammates. Julian Van der Merwe. Skekete, another player that turned out for Griquas last season. Soft hands. Cohen Jasper sells the dummy. Nobody bought it. Tackle from Kamlasha was strong. You know, Van Vuuren. That's a powerful charge. Conrad Van Vuuren. Masugu. Skekete. Half gaps shutting down. There's a knock on.
Give me the mark.
And penalty advantage. I'll go back for that.
There's an advantage to the Cheetahs. The altar was offside. Good defensive set from the Griquas.
If they don't win this game, they won't recover for the rest of the season. And that's it done. They've put so much into this. Their time, put their bodies on the line. They've got to close shop here, Griquas.
Was Otto not behind the most hind foot in that ruck. Jumped the line.
Switch on, please. And the numbers as well.
That'll be depressing for them, the effort that they've put in, the way that they've really competed here. And the fact that they know this is the most important game for them as they're going to go on travels after this.
Knock-on advantage.
Knock-on advantage. Loose line out by the Cheetahs.
Contest fine.
Back to the scrum.
Knock-on first.
Given away a number of penalties as well as scrum time. The Cheetahs.
9. Sub on you. Scrum. Time is off, yes. My apologies on cut.
Very good performance from Johan Mulder, and placed by the experienced Stefan Ungra, a 28-year-old.
It's a different play.
Just getting a bit of game time before he joins the Stormers. I saw him playing and starting in the last game. It was against the Scarlets in the URC, but here in the Carling Currie Cup, representing the Griquas.
He's going to continue.
His contract not ended yet, but he's already made the move to the Stormers. Getting some game time.
10 more seconds, eh?
Paying his dues.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's also very evident if we talk about the URC in terms of squad management. I think the guys have got it right, being the balls, and everybody else being found wanting.
From
the great lesson, especially look at next year, possibility of having 3 top-class competition all at the same time. The Currie Cup, the URC, Challenge Cup and the Champions Cup.
Bigger squads needed.
Yeah.
Reinforcements, recruitments.
And once again, the conversation must be had.
Balance and stability.
It will include the lines. I'm not saying with who.
Well, the Cheetahs are, there have been rumors that they could be in the Challenge Cup.
5, 4. No, stand up, gents. We're not going to have this all day. All right.
Yep, let's go. Props.
If you move if the Currie Cup moves, they'll sit in the same situation now. They'll play 1 week, or 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, something has to be done about that too.
It is square. I'm happy it's square.
Maybe we should go to the Wednesday night Carling Currie Cup.
School nights or something.
5, 4.
Right.
6.
That's power from the Cheetahs. And strength shown by Sababa Lokoma. Under pressure, picking up and securing position for Griquas.
Well, this is how you... Ref management is key. Honoluto was punished for an infringement in that first one. He had a few words with Griquas and now, like any other human being, we're going to be more critical and scrutiny onto him. And the mistakes against him,
17.
they're highlighted in his vision.
So he gets the
and look where his bind is, and look where he goes. We could have got away with it if we treated the ref.
Yeah, it's interesting enough because
just hold on.
We've had so many overextended infringements with the props this afternoon.
There we go.
Similar conditions. I mean, Kimberley and Bloemfontein, very similar conditions. At the tail, it's good. Sergil's brought it down for Griquas, some momentum in the driving.
Through the middle.
Good work there from Mossi, coming straight through the middle. Eventually get his hands on the ball.
No, done well there, Cheetahs. How are they going to get it back to Griquas?
Once.
There's the call. Can't see the ball. Cheetahs.
Is right on it.
Brilliant. Currie in front of Merva. They've got it back. Masuku, they're going to send it out wide here. Big chance to counter Cohen. Jesper's pass is good. Speckman on the angle. Speckman still going. Difficult to bring down. Outside the 22 Cheetahs. Long way to go still. Zakweni. Carry is good. Masugu. Skip pass out wide to Mossi. The step is brilliant. Kamakazi pilot that from Odi. Nowhere through for Kasende.
Good technique.
Dominated, and the crowd love it because last season they were shouting for him on the right wing right here in Kimberley. Griquas holding on, but for how long has Everson? Oh, it's been intercepted by Mlashe. Ashton David.
Yeah, no, he's stuck there.
And also understanding the conditions.
No.
A regular play, you would have kicked that, but he knows kicking against the wind. So ball in hand is the call.
No, they have to grind it. They have to make sure that they can work these numbers out wide.
Oh, just forward. Garcia Masugu is pleased that Obi didn't come down his channel.
No, he went and tied his legs.
Yeah. That's just happening off screen. Breathing a sigh of relief, Masugu.
He was... And then you can see where his hands go up and end up. And that's what totally gave it away. So there's a nice little opportunity there because there's a bit of space
Let's go. Water
with
off.
a hard chasing line, a little small grabber in between. That's the only way you can get that ball up to the edges if the line's going to push so hard.
That's 4 and 5's problem, not our problem.
Somewhat of a journeyman is Luther Obi. Went to St. Benedict's in the east of Johannesburg. Spent some time University of Potchefstroom, formerly known as Pekka, now the Eagles in the Varsity Cup. Pumas, Free State, the Blue Bulls, and he settled here in Kimberley for the Griquas, the 2022 season. Luther Obi, former junior Bok.
Fine. Sit.
Flat for Tang. Target set. Pienaar. Where's the option? Mossy puts his hand up.
Play on. Happy.
The signature step from Mossy van der Merwe. Basketball pass. Tidied up by Masugu. It's all happening. And they're going backwards. The Cheetahs. Pienaar. Van der Merwe.
Tackle!
That's good work from Jonker.
It was called tackle and he ripped it out.
Tap and go. Masugu goes very direct. Pienaar digs for it. Oh, they've won it on the ground, Griquas. It's their day. It's their first 63 minutes belong to the home team. Can they hang on for 80?
Alaluta Chakweni penalized there for cleaning around the neck. Well, the chop tackle was key for the Griquas.
Okay, let's go.
Duplessis needs to find touch. Yep. Doing the basics well, not looking for distance, got to make it out into touch. That's a neck roll there, post.
Neck roll. Spotted right there, and he was isolated. It just didn't get underneath. It didn't win that whole shoulder chase and the battle at that breakdown. And he got desperate and he had to go for the neck roll.
Thank you.
Breathe another sigh of relief here. Griquas getting out on the 22.
Gustav Durant finds Sergil. It's a good line out. Driving ball not as good, but they'll get the penalty.
Number 18 and from the side. 18.
Discipline from the Griquas has really gone pear-shaped.
The second half was over.
From the game discipline, offloads and contact, not showing the patience that they need to score tries and points, and to change the referee's vision of them trying to act and behave a bit better. It's a great line out. Got into the space, and now Conrad van Vieren, without binding to anyone, comes in from the side, and it's a good call.
Entry has to be from behind.
Oh, it's illegal.
No, 100%. It's better to ask and have clarity than...
Did a good impact since come off the bench, Gustav Durant.
Lineout's over in the 5.
And at the moment, all 23 players have been MVPs for Griquas. Everybody put their hands up this afternoon. He knows they've got to stay back in field. He's got to stay in field. They've done so. Sergil's good. Ron Pienaar getting involved in the ruck.
No, they've really lost their heads.
Absolutely. Looking to clean out there, Pienaar.
You're fine.
So when the players start seeing red, they know that this game is really against them. They have to look in how mentally, before the game started, how was their preparation? What did they focus on? What did they think was going to happen? And what they found out is that this Griquas side is desperate and they want to show their value and a competitive, tigerish and dogged in so many ways. And they've gone and they've posted a good score with the wind.
Scrum.
And the Cheetahs with the wind haven't even reacted or even put any points onto the scoreboard in the second half. And the Griquas have carried on from the same momentum they had in the first half. It's been great work from them. It's a deserved lead.
Square up here, please. Square up. Crouch. Sit. Fine. Sit.
Ungura. Yonker. It's direct good tackle from Masugu. Ungura sled pass out wide, finds Sergil. Sergil's got pace. Back on the inside, Luther Obi in support. Clean out a bit clumsy. Ungura is trying to play the ball and the penalty for Griquas.
Leave him.
Rudolph hang on to the ball, but it's a penalty against the Cheetahs.
Oh, it's a bit cynical.
Get back. Cheetahs off.
But for him to carry on and hold on to the ball, he needs a talking to.
Not you, you're fine.
It's just not positive from the Cheetahs. That's not positive play. That's the pictures he's been seeing the whole time now, the referee. Is that the one side wants to play. This is an exciting game, an exciting play, and it's a good read from them. They've done this setup, sitting up in the midfield and then attacking to that blind side as the Cheetahs are continually over chasing around the corner to make sure that they can fold. And there's a space they're picking up is on the blind side, the Griquas. Good analysis from them.
George Whitehead has come on. Cameron Lindsay, another replacement, replacing Derek Pretorius. Lock for the Griquas. Set piece is good. Need patience. He has 6 trials already. Awesome momentum. Cheetahs haven't committed. The communication is brilliant. The power is outstanding. Looks promising for Griquas. Penalty try. Venture Draft Park erupts. The locals on their feet. Brilliant stuff here by Griquas. Yeah, they've lost their heads, Bobes. You talked about it. They never turned up here, Cheetahs.
Yeah, and that's what you get. Nah. Game is a very humbling game.
Just okay, Obi, get back, please. Obi, get back. Ruan.
It's all about respect in this game.
Time's off. I need your captain, please, as well.
Conrad van Vuuren. There'll be more from this. The Griquas have decided that if you're my big brother, I'm gonna rub your nose in it.
Okay.
Yeah, got frustrated, Cheetahs today. Came with a reputation unbeaten in this season's Currie Cup.
Okay, James. That totally out of the game, right? If that happens again, gentlemen, right? Your guys are going to be sitting on the side of the field watching the game from there, right? From both sides, right? Yeah. No. Neil.
Good set.
Neil. I'm speaking now.
And they kept their patience.
If that happens again,
they had this momentum, and there's no other way to stop this, because if you're going to stop it, it's going to be illegal. That penalty tried deservedly from the Griquas. And after that, just the reaction of Stefan Ungura gave it to Louis van der Vestes and just telling him how much he missed playing with him. And Conrad van Vuuren took offense to it. And there's a talk of a headbutt and a bit of a spit. But there's allegations, and he's been pulled off.
Nothing in it, eh? Okay.
Yeah, Conrad van Vuuren.
What is it? He's got a yellow card.
They're down to 14 men now. Cheetahs, the second yellow card of the match. And then was a replacement in the second half coming on for Arnos Katsia. Conrad van Vuuren.
Well, the Cheetahs have been conversing with the referee the whole time. They haven't really got onto the game, and now it's boiling over.
43 points to 8 in Kimberley.
Backwards from White.
Backwards from White as Zakweni finds a bit of pace. Currie, Masugu. Eberson has knocked it on.
Advantage.
And they tidy up from Retief. Yeah, he's been solid, Retief. Jonker has been brilliant. Still going. Jonker has got Hutzenberg, which he didn't use the second time around, gives him the ball. Brennan Jonkers had a strong performance. Started fullback against the Bulls a couple of weeks ago. He switched to centre for this clash. They load the breakdown point. The counter-ruck is good by the Cheetahs. Ruben Currie, Fortin. Renan Fortin onto the short side. The 2-on-1. Rudolph will go over. Second try for the Cheetahs. Jean-Andre Rudolph, second of the season.
For the first time being effective was the Cheetahs. The counter-ruck was superb. The spot by Fortin, knowing that there was an opportunity onto the blind side. He creates a 2-on-1, and Rudolph hugging onto that touch.
Thank you.
And gets a free run in. An ankle tap, still showing desperation was Stefan Ongara with the ankle tap. That's all they have.
Are you off?
They didn't throw much punches in the second half. I mean, there was no shots taken from the Cheetahs.
10 more minutes.
Yep.
30 points the difference. Masugu's taking over the kicking duties. Flag stay down.
Well, focusing on to the goal, which is the ball. And they get a turnover. And Fortin, he reads it well. Throwing and passing.
That's up.
And that's Rudolph for the second try for them.
Oh, okay.
30 points difference. Would have seen this coming into this game.
Oki Barnard has come on, replacing Gideon van der Merwe. And Chris Hollis, replacement for Griquas.
George, just make sure your chase is behind, please. Clearly behind. Okay, Tom on.
There's a restart from Whitehead. Mossy's knocked on.
Game discipline.
We need a prop on.
They've been lacking now for the Cheetahs. From the kickoff,
coming off on his
taking that ball cleanly.
Yeah. Bring him on so long.
Griquas in the right position.
Number 8.
Honors Katia has to come back as the yellow card to Conrad van Vieren. Mhlali Mosi just knocked on that ball. He's the one who sacrificed in that back row. Well, such a game of mental fortitude. Once you think you're at the top, that's where you want to stay. You want to make sure that you prep as hard as if you were playing a final constantly every week in, week out. You want to get better.
Time on.
If you come and you think you've already won the game before you step out, these results like this, they tend to come around to you.
Absolutely. The reality is we play this game tomorrow after today. Cheetahs could win this game. They play the potential. And it took something special here from Griquas. They fought hard, they wanted it more. Executed a lot better.
Very simple plan. What they had was to get momentum in the midfield and then going to the blind side.
That's a brilliant work from Sibabalo Ngoma.
Here's 9.
It just shows once again having a strong, powerful 8th man. And the scrum's going backwards and
penalty advantage
and a bit of pressure. That's what they can do. Whitehead spots a half gap. Penalty advantage already for the Griquas.
No clear attempt to grasp number 7. No clear attempt to grasp number 17.
Leluto Chakweni, another penalty against the Cheetahs. And they've already got the bonus point. And for them, it's just making sure that they can pull up a good score line.
And run down the clock.
And take down the clock. Well, it's rewarding the work the forwards have done. They've camped inside their 22. They defended well. They stopped driving mauls. They stopped all the onslaught from the Cheetahs. They get into the opposition's half. They retain the position from a bad scrum. And the best thing to do for them is to reward them with 3 points.
About 30 now.
Fourth game of the season here for George Whitehead. Look at that, he's playing the time, he's playing the clock. 19 points in this year's campaign in the Currie Cup.
10 seconds.
Can he add on the extras? Whitehead, head down, flags are up. 46 points to 13 in Kimberley. Griquas, wow, brilliantly done.
Yeah, they've been outstanding this afternoon. They're really given this crowd something to cheer about.
No man's land. The bounce is kind for Barnard. Oki Barnard.
Backwards. Sorry.
Clear. Tackle by his opposite number, Ungara. Zakweni. Cheetahs looking to finish strong. 2 tries in the bag, coming around the corner. Van der Westhuizen, they're 5 meters out, they've knocked it on. Gustav Durant lays it back. Ngoba, scrum offers.
Leave it now, your feet.
Beckman puts the pressure. Whitehead.
Knock on advantage over.
Knock on advantage over. Does he get the count binds? And with that should be a 50-22. Oh, this is brilliant from Griquas.
Well, he got the bounce in. And it's good for him. It's just how the Griquas now have moved up to 3rd. And the Sharks.
Do you need a new boot? Strapped.
Dropping to 4th
Time
position.
off for a boot.
No, it's going to be
time's off, gents.
The Lions against Province.
There you go,
yeah, but a big decider. It's a clash happening in Bombela. Few mistake on Griquas. The winner, they will definitely make it to the top 4. The Sharks have got Western Province and the Lions next, so they're going to win one of those to secure a top 4.
The line is yours.
And the locals are out.
Time on.
Well, I couldn't spot them earlier on because of the clothing, camera. Everything is brown here in Kimberley.
They must be so fatigued.
Yeah, lots of camping areas and farms around the Northern Cape.
Second chance in. You missed it first time around 16. You can't go again. Yeah, you got the line, Eddie. Yep.
Less than 5 minutes on the clock. Next up in round 12 of the Carling Currie Cup. It's in Johannesburg, where Western Province travel to take on the Lions. Still winless in the campaign. Sigma Lions. Masugu against the traffic. And find some momentum. Zakweni. Good defense from Eddie Davids, and now it's Aiden Davis. Short side they go. Forcing Griquas to make the tackle. The pick up and drive from the try scorer, Rudolph. Onto the short side.
Never onside, number 21.
Zakweni's been busy. And penalty advantage.
Number 21 never onside. 21
That's
never
better
onside.
intensity from the Griquas, from the Cheetahs, albeit in the last few minutes. That's how they think they should have started this game. Davis now being the captain of the side, leads from the front.
Tap and go. Ivan Krekete. Came around the corner, went around the block to carry that one. Onto the short side, Fortain. Van der Westhuizen over.
Try.
Third try for the Cheetahs. Replacement hooker Louis van der Westhuizen. The intensity was there. The recycling was quick. They wanted it. It's too late though for the man from Bloemfontein.
No, they're fighting for that bonus point. They needed the last try to get to four tries. They recycle the ball pops up, and it's Van der Westhuizen, good body positioning. Disappointing attempt of the tackle from Johan Retief. Great run from him. Van der Westhuizen gets the third try. And Griquas taking any time from the try line.
You look at it, I mean, it was the intensity, it's playing with the wind, they knew the conditions better, they capitalized the first 40 minutes.
Time back on.
They out-enthused them. They were much more enthusiastic in that first half. They had the passion to get in and go for the scraps and for every little ball. They kept a simple game plan where they hit in the midfield and then attacked the blind side with that wind. And they got the tries, which was important. The points was important.
Luther Obi gathers the restart, the kick in the chase. Obi, will he get the bounce? It's unkind for the winger. Everson tidies up.
No foul play.
No foul play.
No. Get on side.
Cheetahs retain position.
Stay safe.
A good performance from a number of his Griquas players. Solid tackle from Otto.
Use 9.
Time has run out. Seconds remain.
Release.
5 points at home. Crucial 5 points for Griquas to stay in the hunt, to make it to the playoffs of the Carling Currie Cup. Cheetahs got to start from very deep.
Tackle.
Inside their own 5-meter line. Kasende takes it up. The hooter goes. Barnard. Masugu, the switch.
It's on the ball. No!
And if you're a true professional, would you not kick this ball out? Because what are you trying to achieve?
Yeah.
You can't get the bonus point. Guts and glory.
Well, if they scored the try, they scored 3 tries, so I think that's what they're playing for. It's a bit desperate.
Very desperate at the moment, but anything is possible in sport. Speckman, has he got the magic? Half gap, quickly shuts down. Good support from Sakweni. Did he lose it forward? No. Clear. Gutierrez, come on.
There's a penalty advantage.
And a penalty advantage.
Offside.
Guess what, Owen? It's not over yet.
Yeah, this is when you slow it down, put it in a big boot, kick up with the wind, down to the corner. Game can't finish off a penalty.
Going for touch? Yeah, you can bring him on.
This is where you have to be ambitious with your kick.
It's a good touch finder.
Okay.
Van Vieren will come back on, so back to full complement. The Cheetahs. Time is up on the clock. Yeah, game is still on, so definitely can come back. Conrad van Vieren. So Michelle Mossi will also come back on the park, and Arnos Kasia will give way. On the halfway. And the best days and throw is good. Masugu. Looking to set up a target. It's in the air. Durant has been good. Gustav Durant has been brilliant since he's come off the bench.
Stop it.
Masugu. Little short ball. Solid defense from Hollis. Powerful play from Chris Hollis. The counter ruck. Clear. Barnard. Masugu. They're shifting it like a hot potato. Bland is gone at the moment. Individual brilliance will come through. Kasende couldn't offload us. Keketa was screaming on the inside. Masugu. Dipping pass, the tidy up from Fortain. And there's the knock on, and that could be the game. Yes, it is. What a performance from Griquas. 11 months ago to the date. That's the last time they managed to beat the Cheetahs. That score in 2021, 31 points to 10. Today, impressive. They were clinical in everything they did. They wanted it more, and the unbeaten run of the Toyota Cheetahs comes to an end in Kimberley. Very difficult to choose the man of the match, the most valuable player, but so many of them put their hands up. Jonker was good. Kamlasha opening up the scoring. The hard work done up front. Retief, Pretorius, Otto, Sergil, Goma, Dube, Ace. Very settled. Obi was good. Duplessis playing at 10. Mulder as well. Full-time score in Kimberley. Edis Griquas victorious over the Cheetahs. 46 points to 18.